What is good, credit people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam at the beach right now, so sorry if this video comes out late. My internet speed is like slower than Playboy Cardi and dropping a whole lot of red. I mean, shit, it probably might never upload. So what's up to y'all, even if you don't get this video? But anyway, in today's news, we're gonna be talking about the XXXTentacion situation, in which his YouTube channel drops a new music video called Chase/Glass Shards, and fans were like going crazy over it because of how it was promoted. More specifically, X's mom Cleo and his management, as well as the other artist that was featured on the song Ichabod Veins, went on his Instagram live and YouTube live against what fans believe that X would have wanted if he were still alive. And after the whole ruckus on the internet with X fans, Academics, and Damas Live, two of the three major hip-hop news channels on YouTube other than No Jumper probably, they both spoke to X's mom to get more context on the situation. In fact, Academics actually talked to X's label as well to get, two sides of the story. So we actually got three sides of the story: Damas Live, Academics with X's label, and then Academics with X's mom. And so I think I got a better grasp of what actually went down. I don't think X's mom was doing it maliciously to, get more money. However, it may have been a lack of judgment, especially because she's a little bit older. I mean, she's a mom. Imagine what your mom would do if she didn't understand social media fully and you passed away as a superstar artist. She probably wouldn't have no idea what to do. But we also find out that the label didn't really have much to do with it. So my claims of the last title of the last video that I made on the X situation, XXXTentacion's label has gone too far or has crossed the line, may have been phrased a little bit incorrectly, but y'all got the gist. I wasn't really talking about his label, I was talking about his estate or whoever's in control of all of his shit. So X's mom and management apparently did it all. So without further ado, the truth behind the tarnishment of XXXTentacion's estate/legacy. Let's talk about it. Okay, so as I mentioned briefly in the intro, and by the way, I'm at the beach, so there's no gameplay, there's no face, shit, I literally cannot connect to a server. I couldn't even play Rocket League or anything that I wanted to do, so I'm just chilling here eating fucking Doritos and crushing them up and sending toe pics. But to get into the story, as I mentioned in the intro, apparently the release of the Chase/Glass Shards music video wasn't really up to X's label. Like I said in the last video, it was up to X's mom. However, X has his own label called Members Only or Bad Vibes Forever, which we all know if you're an X fan, so it's kind of the same thing. And we find out from Academics and Damas Live actually that the label didn't really know what was going on. They didn't approve of anybody going on X's YouTube live or Instagram live. They don't really have control of that. They just help distribute the music to all major streaming platforms and maybe playlisting and major things like that. They don't really have control of the actual YouTube channel and Instagram account. In fact, the Instagram account was memorialized, and that's why it was such a huge issue that it was dememorialized so that they could promote the new Ichabod Veins feature, because a memorialized account is supposed to be memorialized. You can't use it to promote anything. Just let it be. It's there for the fans to check out and mourn and remember all the good times they had with the artist or how the artist saved their lives, because X was a major component in overcoming a lot of mental issues for a lot of fans, and that's why people connected with him. But aside from all that, another reason why X fans were super upset is because we also found out that Ichabod Veins was actually managed by Cleo. So it seemed like a conflict of interest that she went live on his Instagram and YouTube to promote this artist that she's managing, because she's technically profiting more than just on X's YouTube and Instagram, even though Instagram isn't monetized, but it still has residuals from the promotional aspect because he has 18 million followers. But she would also be making money off of all of the promotion that Ichabod Veins gets. He'll probably get extra streams from people checking out his music due to the feature, and huge light shed on him from the X music video because he was a minute 30 seconds out of the 2-minute song. It was barely even X. It was definitely an unfinished song. So it just seemed like a little cash grab for Ichabod Veins, even though he probably didn't have much to do with it. Again, we said this in the last video, he was actually really good friends with X. He made the tree tattoo in the middle of X's eyes or on his forehead. Ichabod Veins definitely didn't do anything that X, wouldn't have done himself. But again, it's the fact that they went on X's Instagram live and YouTube live, which are supposed to be memorialized accounts, to protect his legacy at all costs. That is the overarching issue that arises with this whole promotion of the new music video. It is to protect X's legacy at all costs. that has not been maintained very well by Cleo, aka X's mom, this whole time, and that's why X fans are really upset. Another reason fans were even more upset after the promotion that we just discussed thoroughly is because X's mom, a couple hours after the release of the music video, was already kind of bragging, or not even bragging, but like celebrating the fact that the music video had like 300,000 views in a short amount of time. But like, obviously it would have that even with X, so like, why is she saying that? And then also it was pretty much an X feature, and they did a whole promotional campaign to do it, so obviously it's gonna get 300k, and it just seemed like she was milking the whole situation for money and views. It just seemed very disingenuous. If she truly wanted to protect X's legacy, her son, I might add, she would have, you know, let the music video be, or maybe said some nice words about how, as we mentioned in the last video, this is the last song slash first song officially that XXXTentacion produced himself, so that's why this song was very significant, and give a little justification as to why she dropped this music video specifically, because this wasn't even the most popular song on the album, the Bad Vibes Forever album, that was the last posthumous release by X's label. But nah, she was glued to the numbers, because that's what really matters, right? Nah, it doesn't. But as I was saying, I really think this was just a lack of judgment on X's mom's case, not necessarily malicious. She just doesn't understand social media. X's mom is 40 years old. Imagine one of your moms who is likely 40 years old. I don't know how old you are or how old your parents are, but imagine your mom who's probably currently on Facebook, does not even know. She's probably like arguing with other 40-year-old moms about politics, Democrat, Republican, who even cares about that shit. Of course she doesn't know how to use Instagram Live or YouTube Live appropriately, because she probably just thinks that, you know, X posted there whenever he had a funny meme to do or whatever, but didn't realize that X literally never posted on his Instagram. It was mostly Twitter, or he was just minimalist in essence of promoting any of his stuff because he liked to be outside of the camera, almost like Playboy Cardi. When X posted, it was very significant, and fans paid attention because there was literally nothing else. So fans were fiending for every single piece of content they could get out of X, if that makes any sense. Almost like the Frank Ocean effect. Dude was just a mysterious being, probably wasn't even real. He was like a governmental program that was hidden from the FBI even. And in her defense, X apparently loved his mom, whether he said that he didn't like her in old songs because he didn't understand their relationship and why she was always gone, because she was always working like 2-3 jobs or whatever it was to support their family because his dad was out of the picture. But the fact of the matter is, he apparently loved his mom, so he probably would have let her do whatever she needed to do to make ends meet and, you know, be successful and put food on the table for the rest of the family. But that also brings attention to the fact that XXXTentacion's catalog that's already released and all of his masters, because if you recall, he was actually halfway independent. I believe he was independent up until a certain point, or at least he just had a distribution deal with Empire, wherein he still holds a majority of the percentage of his music, unlike a lot of artists. So all of the streams basically went to his bank account, not necessarily the label, and then he got a small cut of that like most major label artists. But if we go to his Spotify, he actually still has 26 million monthly listeners, which is like the 77th rank in the world out of all artists. In fact, he literally has 3 songs that have over 1 billion streams on Spotify: Moonlight, Sad, and Jocelyn Flores. So according to these numbers, on a monthly basis, X's estate is probably bringing in like close to $1 million, if not more, per month. So his family literally has nothing to worry about. It's almost as if X's mom, Cleo, is taking an unnecessary risk with his legacy by, you know, dropping new music videos and new music, when she could literally just sit on the catalog and let the fans listen to X's old music that was completely finished and that we know that he wanted to release and was perfected to his ability and mixed and mastered how he wanted to do it with all the music videos that he wanted, and still be completely fine and actually be affluent and wealthy and enjoy the rest of her life, as well as provide for X's son, baby X, Gekyum or Gekume. So with this knowledge of social media, knowing that, you know, it's very polarizing, and that whatever she does, even if it's the correct move of dropping a song in the most sensitive manner possible honoring X, she should know that there's 2 sides of the fan base: one that wants X's music to just live on forever and just stay how it is, and then the other side which is saying they want all of his music no matter what. But unfortunately, at 40 years old, she just doesn't understand the social media antics. So in the future, I don't necessarily think that they should drop anything further. I don't think X's legacy is completely torn apart. I mean, I don't think it's even possible to take away X's legacy completely, because the dude was just such a legend. Whether you like his music or not, you can't deny the strength of his fan base and brand of helping people with mental illness and getting through hard times, because he faced it himself and he basically gave an inside look into all of that. But she should just know she does not need more money per month. His estate is bringing in hella cash. She don't need to do anything for the rest of her life, and just to get on the fans' good side, she should just drop all the artists that she's trying to manage or build up, because no matter what, it's just gonna look bad. Because even if she's not even touching X's account, it almost always will look like she's using X's clout because he is her son. Maybe, and I'm just saying maybe, if they want to do something for the fans, do what Juice WRLD's label did and drop like animated music videos or something like that and make it super polished so that people can connect with X more with like a visual representation of the songs, of how he wanted it, and get all of his friends involved like Ski Mask, Kid Trunks, and all of the members only people that were super involved with X's life. Because currently, I don't think Ichabod Vance is the dude to represent X's legacy currently. Get Ski Mask, his literal best friend, or maybe even like DJ Scheme and get his input, because I don't think Ski or DJ Scheme even spoke about this new Chase/Glass Shards music video, and I think it's for a reason, because they did not like it. But I think I've rambled long enough. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit more input that it wasn't X's label, it was X's mom and management. She should just stop trying to add onto X's legacy, because it's already built and foundationed upon. It's perfect. Nobody needs to touch it any longer. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, botting 3 of my videos to over 1 billion views just so I can be like X. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think X's mom was doing it on purpose, or do you think she was just stupid because she's old and doesn't understand social media? Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description to join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, cut it, people. Know what I'm saying?